What's up, everyone? It's Andy with the Heartland Institute, bringing you more from ClimateRealism.com. So lately, I've just been covering the Green New Deal, and today we're going to continue with that. And we're going to talk about some specific components within it. So specifically, what does the Green New Deal offer us? Well, first, the Green New Deal calls for building high-speed rail across the entire United States. So first off, California has been trying to do that recently, and they couldn't even build it in their own state, let alone the entire United States. But really what matters to me about this is how they're going to do it. So it's not like we just have massive swaths of land that are undeveloped all across the United States. No, there's houses and stuff like that. So the government's going to have to seize those lands through eminent domain. Eminent domain is when the government can force someone to give up their land and then pay them a fair market value for this. But how that works is, what a fair market value is really differs between what the government thinks and what the owner of that land thinks. And second, it doesn't actually carry any subjective value of land. So essentially, if you have a house where maybe it was your grandparents' house and now it's your house and you've raised a family there, and then the government says, oh, well, it's worth X amount of money. And you're like, well, no, A, I think it's worth more than that. And B, there's subjective value to this house. Government doesn't care about that kind of thing. So they're going to seize land from people, pay them probably less than it's worth, and have no care for those people. So that's the issue I have with high-speed rail. All right, so 2, the government will provide resources, training, and a high-quality education, including college, to all people of the United States. So essentially, free college, that's part 1, and then they're going to train people for all these new jobs. Well, essentially what that means is, we're going to replace all conventional forms of energy. So anyone that works in those fields is going to lose their job. That's the plan here. So we'll train them for new jobs, but it doesn't work like that. Someone that's like late in their career isn't just going to suddenly learn an entire new field at the tail end of their career. These people are just going to be screwed, frankly. So, and then free college, I mean, there's a whole host of issues with that. It's not free. Everyone will be paying for it. The price will go up overall because if it's public, there's no incentive to keep the price down. And chances are the quality will decrease. But okay, so next, the Green New Deal will put public investments in the research and development of new clean and renewable energy technologies and industries, including storage. So essentially what this says to me is they don't yet have the technology to actually do this. If we need public research into like energy production and storage, I mean, that's the issue with renewable energy. The wind doesn't always blow and the sun doesn't always shine. So they need to store it. Well, we don't have the capability of doing that yet. So they're basically admitting that we don't have that capability, and they're saying, well, we're going to research it as we go forwards. That's what that means to me. All right. Guaranteeing a job with a family-sustaining wage, adequate family and medical leave, paid vacations, and retirement security to all people of the United States. This one's simple. Do you really think that McDonald's is going to be able to pay a family-sustaining wage with paid vacation to a cashier? No, they're not. And if the government tries to force them, what McDonald's will do is end up automating those jobs away. You'll get a machine that you make your order on, and then maybe a chef in the back, well, I don't know if chef's the right word here, but you get the point. In the back will make your burger. So when the government forces companies to pay amounts, let's say someone's labor is valued at $14 an hour, and then the government decides that they have to be paid $18 an hour. Well, there's a $4 gap there, and it's not worth employing that person. So they'll find a machine that can maybe do the job for $15 an hour. And when I say 15 an hour, I mean there's an initial upfront cost, there's maintenance. It's not like you're paying this machine a wage, but they're going to price people out of the market, and they're also going to price young people out of the market that are trying to get jobs. I mean, the way minimum wage jobs work frequently is that they give someone an entry-level position into an industry or a field, but you don't expect to stay at minimum wage forever. I don't know the exact figure, but most people don't stay at a minimum wage job for very long. I mean, you move up or you find something better. Now, if we get rid of those jobs, you don't even give people an opportunity to enter into the field, and young people will not have any summer employment or anything of that sort. So there's that. All right, next. All Americans will have access to high-quality health care. Well, what this means is public healthcare. So it's going to be a single-payer system. It's going to be completely government-provided. And if you look at other nations throughout the world, entirely government-provided healthcare isn't always the best. You got death panels. You got horror stories of people waiting 20 hours for an ambulance. I mean, there's a lot of problems there, but that's for another time. Affordable, safe, and adequate housing the government will provide. Well, that means public housing. How's public housing doing right now? It's generally not the best housing. Economic security, so I don't know if that just means more welfare. I think that means more welfare. And clean water, clean air, healthy and affordable food, and access to nature. that all sounds great, but in the end, when clean water and clean air, we already have that for the most part. And then the issue with Flint, Michigan, where there was dirty water, that was a government thing. So I don't know. It looks like the government kind of failed there. Healthy and affordable food. I mean, you go to the grocery store and vegetables are like 40 cents. I mean, where you actually end up paying the money is for processed food. The healthy food is also generally the cheaper food. And access to nature. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if that just means it kind of sounds like we're just going to take massive areas of land and be like, you can never develop this land, which sounds great. And in some areas, it is great. I love national parks. But if the government does this, they're going to do it to the nth degree, and it's not going to be good. All right, so those are just some of the things that I wanted to cover that are within the Green New Deal. I hope this helps you all out if you're, arguing with someone that says like, oh, the Green New Deal is great. Be like, well, here's some of the issues with it. It's Andy Singer with the Heartland Institute. Peace. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and consider donating to the Heartland Institute to support more vibrant free markets, greater individual liberties, and more videos like this one.